Yeah, it's just one of those things I've wanted to do, is to own a vineyard. From a very young age, Mum and Dad loved their wine, and we tended to, when we were on holidays, it didn't matter which direction we were going, we're living on the Central Coast, we'd end up at the Hunter, even if we're going south. So I used to love the vineyards and thought, oh, I'd love to do this. And got talking to some vignerons who said you can do it.
And I suppose for me, my background likewise is palliative care, although that's not what I do nowadays. And you know what palliative care is, presumably care of people who are dying. What that teaches you, if nothing else, is that life is often very short, and if you have a dream, you need to follow it. Do you know what the Beaumet is?
No.
16.
Oh, it is not. Cannot be. That's the bricks.
Yeah, bricks. Sorry.
Oh, the bricks. Oh, I was going to say,
bricks.
sorry, what's the Beaumet then?
What is it, 4 Beaumet to 1 bricks, is it?
Do you not have Beaumet on that?
No, I don't. This is just a bricks measurement.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I think it isn't it 4 bricks to 1 Beaumet, is that right? From memory.
So what's a brick and what's a Beaumet?
It's just 2 different measurements.
Oh, right.
It's basically means the same thing, level of sugars that's within the juice.
Did anybody try to talk you out of it?
Yeah.
No.
Sort of. Sort of.
I mean, who tried
In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
We receive lots of sensible advice, but no, nobody.
What, the way to make a small fortune
Yes.
is to start with a very large one.
That was
When you're in the
was very good
grapes.
advice.
Did it frighten you at all? I mean, did you feel really frightened that you were going into something that...
No.
Look, I think
Which was ridiculous. I should have been absolutely petrified.
no. I think if it's something that you're totally passionate about and you're following a dream, that provides some sort of protection. And I also think that there's a bit of ignorance is bliss.
I was just going to say, that is the biggest thing. I didn't realise
According to that,
how involved it was in growing the grapes.
We'll find out.
7.
It's not flat on, is it?
There you go. 8.8. 15 bricks, 8.8 Beaumet.
Okay, well, so that was 16.
We've got about 14 acres. Yeah, under vine. So,
Which is a commercial amount.
Yeah.
You know, it's more than you do for a hobby, basically. Because
about 5.5 hectares. We've got 6 varieties. We've got the majority, the biggest varieties we have are percentage. We've got Shiraz, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Viognier. They're our largest percentage of grapes. From those 3 varieties, we've got some Chardonnay, quite a bit of Chardonnay, Merlot, and a pocket of Muscat, which the dogs absolutely love. So between the dogs and us, we tend to eat those, even though we'd love to make some Muscat, but anyway.
maybe this year.
Yeah.
In your leaf, your leaf is photosynthesizing, producing sugars, and then from there it has to go somewhere else. So we can squeeze the juice out of that and test that, and then we can see how many sugars they're producing exactly at this point in time. But
You seem to spend a lot of time transferring wine from one thing to another, because eventually you end up with lots of skins on the bottom if it's whites, but you want clear wine. But what you do with reds is that this comes down, wax electronically comes down and presses all the skins down to the bottom, and all your wine flows out of here into here, and then you pump it back into your stainless steel tanks again.
We didn't realise how much there was to know.
But you've learned, really.
You learn on the spot.
Quickly.
Yeah, it's not just this beautiful place that the grapes grow and then you pick them and then some wine's made and then you start the process again. No, it's a year-long, it's just, there's something to do every part of the year. The only time you can really go away is after harvest for a couple of months before you start pruning.
How long away from harvesting are you now here?
Well, I would have said probably a few weeks, but looking at the fact that the Beaumet is already 16, probably sooner than we thought, in all honesty. Look, we've done some sensible things. We've joined something called ORVA, which is Orange Regional Vignerons Society, and Association, and they are involved in lots of activities which are also about increasing the knowledge of local vignerons. We've also made some decisions to pay for some professional help, and Helen today had a chat from one of the consultancy companies who looked at plant nutrition and soil nutrition. We have, I think, been fortunate to team up with a really experienced, although he's not that old, winemaker, and his wife is also a winemaker, Chris and Lucy Jerez, and you know, they have provided, this is our third vintage with them, they've provided guidance.
Great amount of support and guidance.
So you provide the grapes for them to distill and turn into wine. Do you think that you'll take over the whole process one day?
What, and go very broke?
That was an idea, but I don't think so.